UFOs with electric interference. So I'll explain and give some context into what I perceived. I was driving to my parents' house and it wasn't yet dark outside. I was in their neighborhood going down the main road about to turn right onto my parents' street. Top of a small hill when I see 4 huge lights in the sky in a straight line. I was on the phone at the time with my friend and said something like, "Holy shit, I think that's a UFO," before hanging up and watching it then. So 4 lights about half the size of the full moon each were floating south towards my parents' house. I watch them as they slowly and silently float above the treetops. As they get down the hill to where you see it in the video, it had gotten dark. The lights start changing their orientation from linear or in a row to triangular. This is when things get weird. So along with the lights forming a triangle, something started happening to my car and to the sky. My car's engine started making the noise you can hear in the video. It had a small engine knock at the time when it idled but had never sped up or increased in volume as it did then. Also, the sky was weird. I can only explain it as broken. It seemed like every star was visible in the sky and they were blinking, pulsing red and blue. They were everywhere. The sky itself was a purplish color and seemed to have texture. I notice it when I say OMG WTF. I thought the world was ending in nuclear war. That was the thought that I had. For a few seconds I felt panic and was sure the world was ending because of nuclear war. Anyway, so the lights formed a triangle and they would slowly merge into one. It looked like they would all merge together with the center of the triangle as their singularity point. Pause for a second, shoot out and start the process again. When this happened, the singularity where the lights merged would be the bottom point of an upside-down triangle. And the triangle would form with an orb occupying the left corner, then continue with an orb floating right and tracing the outline. It would leave an orb in the middle of what would be the base of the upside-down triangle. And then finally the last orb would come to a stop at what would become the right corner base. It would repeat this until it got too far away or behind the terrain to see. It was doing this as it was moving away from me, south. In the video you also see what looks like an airplane. I don't think it was because after there were dozens flying around and they were all silent. They had the same style blinking lights but were completely silent. If anyone wants to know more, just ask. It was really, really weird. I have a longer video of whatever it was that happened. After turning off my car because the engine sounded like it was going to explode. I stepped outside and get on the hood to get a better vantage point. I continued to film for another 4 minutes until it vanished. Post from user Satan's Shek1 Ong at Reddit.